The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most geopolitically charged waterways on the planet. Empires fought for it, now global markets depend on it, and at its narrowest point, it's only about 20 to 30 miles wide. Yet, 1/5 of the world's global oil supply flows through it daily. As you can see, there's Iran to the north, and there's the Musandam Peninsula to the south, which is a little exclave of Oman. Is quite tiny here on the map, but you have beady eyes, I've noticed, that juts out from UAE territory. So this narrow throat is the only maritime exit from the Persian Gulf, meaning that there's no other sea route for the vast energy exports of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, the UAE, Qatar, Bahrain. So it connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman, to the Arabian Sea, and then if the whiteboard was massive, the Indian Ocean. So it's linking Asia, the Middle East, and the global economy. As you might guess, this strait has been contested for millennia by the early Alamites of ancient Iran, the first Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great, Portuguese naval powers, the Ottomans, the Safavids. They all were seeking to control this vital trade artery between East and West. And today, Iran holds tactical control of this northern coast. And just days ago, a senior Iranian commander warned that Tehran was considering closing the strait in response to Israeli strikes. Iran correctly sees Hormuz as ultimate strategic leverage, not to strike Israel directly, but to pressure the global order. So if cornered by Israeli action or Western backing, it can threaten a blockade which would cripple oil markets and punish Israel's allies. So it would force the US, Europe, and the Gulf states to make a choice: pressure Israel to back down, escalate militarily, or absorb the economic pain. So would Iran follow through on this? Well, it's an extreme scenario and its feasibility is debated. Plus, closing this strait would hurt Iran's own exports. It would strain its ties with China, it would risk US escalation, but the threat of this alone was enough to shock markets, understandably as well, because it would send oil prices and inflation soaring, it would disrupt currencies and shipping lanes, and also the flow of food, medicine, and basic goods, which also come through here.